We are once again music friends. Music friends. Here we are once again, music friends. It is Wildwood Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this beaut I've got today. It is a glorious specimen. Fender Custom Shop. It's a Wildwood 1060s Thinline Telecaster with P90s, heavy relic. I'm going to share this with some musical friends as I show you this bold instrument. From stem to stern, behold this mighty axe of reckoning. From Wildwood Guitars, a magical place. Wildwood Guitars puts a smile on your face. Wildwood Guitars, a place of honor and diplomacy. A place of honor and diplomacy. I'm just going to share this real quick. Over here, boom. Over there, group, boom. I'm doing that as well. Boom. Maybe one more place, another page. Over here, boom. Did it. I did it. How's everybody doing this glorious Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen? Wildwood Tuesday is what I like to call it. A Wildwood Tuesday. Cheers to you all. Cup number 4. Greetings to all. Oh, so delicious. You know, my wife and I, is it blurry? It is a little blurry. You know what? Hold on, folks. You're going to see a little live editing right on the spot. You ready? Check this out. We're going to go over here, and we are going to fix it on the fly, because that's how we do here in Orange Room. Behold the guitar, it's a magical thing. Behold the guitar, it's a magical thing. Behold the guitar, it makes me so nice. It makes me so nice. I don't know what that means. Is that better? No, it's not. Hold on. We're doing it live on the spot. We're doing it live. This is live television, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you be afraid. Don't you be afraid of what is going down. Don't you be afraid. Don't you be afraid. Let's see how that is. All right. Oh, I think that's better. That looks better to me. We did it. We did it together. We did it together, friends. Solving problems hand in hand here on the Intergoogles. That's the way it should be. Enough of people not getting along. Let's work together to make blurry images more pristine. I think that's important. You know, it's my sister Ann's birthday today. My sister Ann Elizabeth Koch. I'm the youngest of 7 kids. Have I mentioned that to you? Ann is, how old is she in comparison? My brother, George, then it's Mary, then Jeannie, then Annie. Okay, she's 4 from the top. She's probably not listening. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ann Elizabeth. Happy birthday to you. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ann Elizabeth. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ann Elizabeth. From Drade. That's happy birthday to Dan Elizabeth. I had some fancy chords in there for the kids. You could just do like, G to D, D down to G. But I did this little walk-up thing for the kids. Check it out. It's lesson hours. Here we go. G, G9 with the third and the bass, and then C, C sharp diminished, G over D, D sharp diminished, E minor 7 to C sharp half diminished, G over D, and then D sus G. And then I do it again. And then I get this little descending thing. B flat 9, A9, down to A flat with a 9 with a raised 11th or flat 5. And then back to a sweet G. We can All right. So, folks, there's going to be a test. 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 Next time you play Happy Birthday to someone, I want some adventuresome chords. Because that means their next year on planet Earth is going to be robust and filled with exotic harmonies. What more can you ask for? When you got a life and a year ahead of you that is going to be filled with exotic harmonies, damn, Sam! Woo! I hate tests, says Rich Moran. I don't believe you. I think you like tests. I think you passed every test, Rich Moran, because you're a powerful warrior. Rich Moran has passed the test every time. Every time. All right. If somebody wanted Hendrix Happy Birthday, baby. Maybe that's how Jimmy would do it. Oh, sassy cat, come on. Seventh chords, minor chords, no problems. Anything else? You just got to add the juicy notes. You got to add the juicy, right? Patrick McManus, he understand us. Patrick McManus, so he understand us. He understand us, Patrick McManus. Patrick, I certainly hope to get up there sometime before the end of the year. The Dual Metropolitan Complex. We've been trying. We've been trying to get something going at the Hook and Ladder again, but we don't have that daily available. We don't. No. I'm like, dude, just pick a date. Pick a date, we'll make it work. It's so hard. So many bands boxing out. My time, my rebound. Ho, not coming. What? I don't even know what that means. Anyway, will I ever come to Portland, Oregon? Boy, sure hope so, Cody. That'll happen at some point in time. Wausau sometime. Boy, we'll see if we can get up there to old Wausau. It's been a while. We used to play up there at the Scott Street Steak and Pub. Or just pub, I think. I don't know where I got the steak from. Was there a steak involved at some point? There may have been. This guitar is fantastical. my middle finger to get those octaves. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of a little scratching. A little scratching to get those octaves. Or then just ditch the pick and use the thumb. Can you dig it? Can I play any Yngwie Malmsteen? You know, not off the top of my head. I did learn a brief snippet of an Yngwie thing for a thing I did years ago, but I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I don't remember the power of Yngwie. I'm sure a lot of my 80s brethren can whip off a much more exuberant and vehement and accurate version of Yngwie Malmsteen, who of course was a potentate and is a potentate of his particular genre. I don't think the word genre has ever been shortened to genre before, but I'd like to just plant my flag in that moon if I could. Genre. Mm-hmm. Can you dig it? Come on, guitar. Sometimes it needs a little bit of discipline from Drade. Needs a little bit of discipline from Drade. Sometimes a guitar needs a little bit of discipline from Drade. Sometimes I'll get the looper involved and make some sweet music. But of course, like as in every Fender guitar ever been. Wow, hear that? Sneakerfoot hit the pedal, unbeknownst to Sneakerfoot's owner. What would a Telecaster be without the brand new Telecaster, without the doggone toggle switch flying off in the middle of battle? In the middle of battle, what do you do? Scooby-doggone-doo, Scooby-doggone-doo. Dennis Charles says, sweet tea has been a therapy for me as of late. Well, thank you, sir. I do enjoy the song Sweet Tea, and I do enjoy the beverage Sweet Tea. I'm going down to Texas this week as part of the Dallas International Guitar Festival. So Thursday's broadcast will be a not live. Although I think I'll record a new one with one of these new guitars that they just sent me. But I won't be able to answer the questions in real time. Don't take it personal. Well, I tried to shorten that one. That one didn't work. But I'm just going to say, don't take it personal that I won't be here on Thursday. I got to fly down to Texas. I'm flying down to Texas. And me and the boys are going to play Saturday at 1 o'clock at the Dallas International Guitar Festival. And then after that, I'm doing a clinic-y thing at the clinic stage with Ken from Reverend. We're going to be shucking and jiving, playing and slapping. And then the next day, I'm doing another clinic-y thing. And then in the evening, I'm doing part of Red Volkert's Telecaster Madness. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Can you dig it? Do my hands ever hurt? Asks MM. You know, not usually. Occasionally, when I'm bending with my first finger, if I'm bending too much, yeah. If I bend with that first finger too much, sometimes what happens is that the nail starts to pull away from the cuticle a little bit, and I'll get a little sore there. And that sucks. I'm going to tell you that right now. That is not a fun situation. Are they streaming any of the Dallas festivities? I would imagine that. I know that Natasha, who does all those great videos, she's going to be down there filming a bunch of stuff. So it won't be done in real time, but I'm sure that they will post. They will post the videos on her channel, which is Anitra's Dance 1, I believe, on YouTube. She's got some fantastic footage. She took an excellent video of us at the at Martyrs in Chicago. She came down the other month or so. When was that? It was back in, I can't even remember. I think it was in January. Where did I get that cool hat? I have many of these hats that are made for me by Denise Porter down in Atlanta. I actually sell them through my website, gregkoch.com. There's a variety of juicy and succulent colors. One size fits all. Let one come to your house and adorn your fine cabeza, and you will be the talk of the town. Wow, that was, I don't know where that came from. That just came right out of my mouth hole. Scott Larson says, any gigs coming to Brookfield, Wisconsin soon? You know what, Scott? Nothing in Brookfield that I can think of in the near future. I think the next time we're playing in town is at Summers Fest on July 8th, believe it or not. Although I might do something in there. Well, I've got Private Party in June, and then I might do something at Locust Street Days on June 12th. Kind of a jammy thing I do with Anthony Deutsch and a couple other people every now and again. We call that Fractal Frank's Frenzied of something or other. It's just random jams in the night, but that's good, clean fun. Anyway, that little tune I did before there where I was kind of jamming along, I did a little snippet of that. Loving you makes my life sweeter than him. It's old Four Tops song that the band did, and Clapton did like a version once of it. But that's a good little jam. I like the melody of that song. Right? You know, folks, I got to tell you, I've got these new. I've got one of these new rechargeable snarks, which is great because then you don't have to get the batteries all the time. But it doesn't hold a charge for very long. ladies and gentlemen. Then you got to plug it in, and it doesn't charge up very fast, okay? This is my review. This is my hot take. Is this going to be, maybe this, oh my God, I just did a controversial video. Maybe this will be viewed like tens of hundreds of times because people want to hear the hot take. New Snarks, the upside, you don't have to buy batteries. The downside, they run out of juice fast, and they take forever to charge up again. Wow. Hot take. Hot take. I said hot take. Hot take. Hot take, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we should do that every time. We're starting a new segment called Hot Take. And every time I do a hot take, I'm going to play that little jam for the kids. It does take a while to charge, does it not, Tom? It takes a little while. I'll tell you what, this guitar is pretty delicious. Again, just to kind of reiterate what it is, I'm going to, excuse me, I do have the link on the information of this mighty video to the dealer select. I'm going to do this, as I read this information, I'm going to show you a close-up, both behind, there it is. This one's been savaged by a custom shop Wolverine. They leave them overnight in there and they just and the Wolverine, unbeknownst to anybody, when they savage a guitar in the night, it has a remarkable resemblance to years of belt buckle burn, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Fender Custom Shop Dealer Select Wildwood 1060s Thinline Telecaster with P90s, faded three-tone sunburst, nitrocellulose lacquer, ladies and gentlemen. That spells tone. 6.18 pounds. That's awfully light. That means you can prance around on stage with great vehemence and abandon, work on your dance steps. You won't have to worry about any back damage because this guitar just will not be giving you grief in the weight frontier. Double A maple back of the neck. That's ash body. I like that. Ash body. Exclusive Wildwood custom 10-inch radius. Dig it. It does have the 216105 narrow tall frets. And the pickups in here are two Seymour Duncan Antiquity P90s. It's got a volume and a tone and a three-way switch, nickel chrome hardware. And it's got the G.E. Smith style half ashtray bridge on it, which is cool in the gang, if I may be so bold. It does come with a limited edition hardshell case with embroidered custom shop logo, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? That'll rattle your doggone corns, if I'm not mistakes. Ron R says PRS's new tuner kicks a asterisk or money sign hash bar thing. Oh, what do I got here? Andy Wood is it? Andy Wood just texted me. I'm gonna have to turn this phone off so we don't hear that sound. I'll have to check that out. Paul Reed Smith has got a new tuner. It does spank with a little beef, Robert. You are correct. Can you dig it? A little bit of that. I can't lose you. Tony Pryor asked Greg, when you acquired that nice custom shop telly, was it set up to your specs or did you lose? You know what, Tony? This is not my guitar. It is Wildwood's guitar, and it's literally right out of the box. So it has not yet been set up, but it's behaving pretty nicely. Sometimes when I get them and I open them up, I have to battle, pop, pish. But I just yank on the strings as much as I can before I go live and have a little prayer in mind, a little meditative contact with the great smoke so that it stays in tune. Can you dig it? Paul G. Brown in the house. He says, looking good and sounding good like you know it should. Maddie K says, I'm unfortunately a heavy relic myself. Yeah, I understand. Time, it'll do it to you. But you know what? It's good to be alive. Am I right or am I right? Better than the alternative. That is correct. Spank it, says Patrick. Yes, but when you are correct. When you order a guitar, Leland Berg says, when you order a guitar from Wildwood, they will set it up for you. Absolutely. By the time it arrives to you, it is ready to rock and then to roll. But it doesn't make sense for them to set it up for me and then send it back and then set it up for whoever the end user is going to be. That would just be, I'm going to go with excessive. So I play them as they are. When they get to you, they talk to you at Wildwood, say, how do you want your guitars set up? And you can be as specific as you want, and they will make it happen for you. Can you dig it? What is that pedal? That pedal that I like to use is the Neo Instruments ventilator. They do sell those at Wildwood. I don't know if they have any in stock right now, but that's what I use for my... Can you dig it? Oh, that little toggle switch control. That's one of the things I'll make sure it stays on when it gets to you from Wildwood Guitars. But right out of the box for old Drade, I got to wrestle with it. I got to pum, pish, powdle, pish, poodle. Can you dig it? Killer Drade. That's what Tony asked, what band would I have loved to have seen live? Well, the Jimi Hendrix Experience would have been one. Cream would have been another. I would have liked to have seen a certain Led Zeppelin. Allman Brothers with Dwayne would have been wicked. I know I never saw Roy Buchanan live. I did see Danny Gatton, and he scalded my brain. So many. That's what comes to mind right now. I'm sure there are others. I did see Albert King many times. I saw B.B. King a ton of times. I never saw Albert Collins, which really annoys me. I don't know why. When I was up at school in Stevens Point and all my buddies were down here in Milwaukee, they would go and see Albert Collins all the time. My one buddy, Mike Keller, whose birthday I think it is today, might be another time for a birthday song. He was a huge Albert Collins fan. They went to his bus, and Albert Collins was like, come on in. They hung out, had a few beers, hung out with Albert, said he was as cool as the day is long. So, crazy. I did see John Mayall's Blues Breakers with Mick Taylor when they did a reunion tour in 1982 with John McVie on bass, Colin Allen on drums, the venerable Mick Taylor, and, of course, John Mayall himself. I got a T-shirt. John Mayall's Blues Breakers. I was so proud to get that T. I wore it around town with pride. Like, I saw John Mayall's Blues Breakers. And everyone's like, who's that? And I'm like, shut up. That's what I said to people. Can you dig it? That had to be killer. It was killer. I always have to hit that thing just for a split second to hear the old loop so that it erases the old loop. Now, there is another way to do it, but I found that that's more hassle than actually just hearing it for a split second. Yeah. Can you imagine Hendrix and Zepp sharing a bill together? Then that would have been a conflagration. Saw Jimmy at the Forum in L.A. That's pretty doggone cool, Charlie B. I've heard bootlegs of said performances. Leland Burke says, I need to spend more time with my looper. I do like messing with the looper. Scott Larson asks, what was my first concert experience? You know what, to be honest with you, the first concert I ever went to of my own volition was waiting all day to see Jackson Browne at Summerfest. And although I am a Jackson Browne fan, I was not a huge fan, but I just wanted to go. And yeah, it was good, but he took a break. And by then, being a young lad and having waited all day long in festival seating and pilfering beer, as a young miscreant will do, man, it was a lot for me. But I will say, shortly thereafter, I saw the Muddy Waters band with Muddy himself. I was 14, I think, 14 or 15, and he played at the Old Style stage at Summerfest. And a girl that I went to grade school with, Laura Schindler, she had her father worked for Old Style, and I got backstage. She's like, you want to come in? I'm like, do I want to come in? And I'll never forget, I had my opportunity to meet Muddy Waters, and he came up stage, and he had two young, beautiful girls on both arms, and I just looked at him, and I was dumbfounded. I just couldn't say anything. I was like, what? This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And then he went on stage and proceeded to scald, and it was glorious. And Corky Siegel opened up for them, and Corky Siegel asked me if I had a magic marker, and I didn't, but he talked to me. So that was validation as a youngster. There you go. Can you dig it? Do. Anyway, so that was one of my first concerts, and then the John Mayall thing wasn't too long after that. And then I saw ZZ Top on the El Loco tour right around the same time at the Milwaukee County Arena. And I got to tell you, that rocked my brain. I saw Robert Plant around that same time. And then I saw Clapton with Albert Lee, Donald Duck Dunn on bass, Jimmy Oldacre on drums, and Chris Stainton on keyboards at Summerfest. And that was awesome. Also saw the Allman Brothers around that time with Dangerous Dan Toller on guitar. And the Nightcats opened up for him. Remember? Yeah, I think so. No, it wasn't Charlie. It was the night. Help me. There was a night involved. Jimmy Thackeray's band, Nighthawks. Thank you. Anyway, okay. Greg, have you seen any Birds of Prey lately? I feel the birds give you your fingerboard power. Yes, as a matter of fact, Nathan Cloud. I saw a powerful hawk just the other day. But in my neighborhood, when I go for spirited perambulations, I pass this home that they must have had some kind of a lightning strike on this giant tree, but instead of cutting down the tree, they have this giant wood-sculpted owl. And we go by it, and I try to communicate with the faux owl. It doesn't pay me no heed. But I will say that it's a powerful image for someone to make that kind of a commitment to salvaging whatever they could of their great tree, and also giving a shout-out to the avian community, especially the birds of prey. Well done, neighbor. I don't know who it is. Lives, I don't know, a mile that way. Tony Pryor says, I saw the first Cream show played in the U.S. Oh, that must have been awesome. Was that Murray the K show? It must have been. That must have been awesome. There are 2 Orange Gristlemasters on Reverb right now. That is crazy. Who would have done such a thing? You know what? Because I think the orange ones are going to be, I don't know when the next batch are coming, so that's kind of a cool thing. Anyway, as a fellow big man, how do you feel about the smallness of most electric guitar bodies? Well, one of the things that I've done with my signature guitars is I've made them just a little bit bigger. So, for instance, this is one of my Reverend Gristllemasters in the delicious Wow Red. And if you'll see it right next to a conventional telly body, it's just a little larger to give the illusion. Here, put this one on. No, that's probably not a good shot. Here we go. It's a subtle thing, but it is just a hair larger. Hang on. I'm trying to get them on the same. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I'm not doing a very good job putting them on the same wavelength. It's just like 2% larger or so. And but it's a glorious, glorious situation. Again, the information for this guitar, this fine custom shop piece, Wildwood 1060s Telly Thinline with P90s. And I also put a link to, they have a few of my guitars in stock at Wildwood right now. They have some Gristlemasters, which is what this is, and also some Gristle 90s from Reverend. Oh, I seem to be in some kind of a tuning here. Let's see what we got. little bit of the Gristlemaster with my Fishman Fluence. Gristletown, pick up a Telecaster. Fat neck on these? No, on these guitars, it's a little fatter than the normal Reverend neck, but still not huge. Just a nice C-shaped neck. And yeah, what tuning am I using? That's to open G. Open G. Ron R says, how is it you don't have 1 million subs? I don't know, Ron. That's none of my business. That's none of my business. Corey says, hey, Greg, do you ever break or drop a guitar that you don't own? You know, I've been very lucky in the fact that I have not. You know, all the guitars that Wildwood sends me are insured, so if some kind of calamity happened, I think we'd be all right. But fortunately, that hasn't happened. Although what's interesting, though, is that they send me mostly relics. So I don't know if that's a coincidence, although they do, you know, relics are extraordinarily popular, and people dig them. So, or is it might be a combination of, hey, you know what? We send a relic, and if it gets damaged, who's to know? But no, I have not dropped any, thank goodness, at this particular, so on and so forth. That's true. I do have tens of millions of views. That is true. So there's that. Well, you know, what are you going to do? All right, so you just heard this is a Gristlemaster. You know, I want to do something for fun, folks. I'm going to show you a little thing with another color Gristlemaster. Probably my favorite, although I do love the Koch orange color. The Lucifer color that we called it is probably my favorite, and that's this color here. And you'll see I've got a capo on it. And the other day, I mean, I've always tried to, you know, I've always been a big Albert Collins fan, but I never really did the tuning thing. He tunes to an F minor chord. So basically, you're tuning the guitar to this chord. And then what you do is, when he changes keys, he just brings up the capo to whatever key he wants to be in. So this, where it's up here at the 7th fret in open F minor tuning, then I am in the key of C. And you can do some really... Put a little thing on here. Hold on a second here. Let me... oh, hang on. I'll do a little... Oh, shut up. Shut up, you thing. Can you dig it? So yeah, you're up in this position here, and then I'm in C, but it's kind of weird because I'm in F minor, so. Top strings, you're kind of in, normal kind of a. But that minor thing makes it weird. Does the Albert Collins thing. Can you dig it? So that's kind of good, clean fun. So again, you just tune it up to a F minor chord, and then you bring up the capo to whatever key you want to be in. And with the fingers, it really helps with the. Can you dig it? Someone asked if I ever played with Guthrie Govan. Yes, I have. He's a buddy. We did a guitar camp together years ago in Italy, and we've kept in contact over the years. And he came out to see us when we were in London right before the Cove, and it was good to hang out with him and see him. So yes. Can you dig it? So this is the Gristlemaster in the color I like to call Blucifer. There's also some of this color over here, which is the three-tone Sunburst, which is a delicious morsel as well. Daniel asked a question. When you're doing your Robert Johnson-style shuffle lesson, when you pick the melody notes, are they picked simultaneously with the bass note? You don't have to, but the goal is just to keep that shuffle rhythm going. So, for instance, let me switch guitars here. I'll switch guitars. I was going to do another thing for you. I'm tuned to C sharp. The lows, it's tuned like standard tuning is, except that I'm down in C sharp, and this was the Albert King tuning. And this allows you to bend strings from here to Mordor. This particular color is the Bradford Beach Blue, which is not available right now, but it might be coming back at some point maybe later this year, I think. So it gets you that. No, this has. This still has the 10s on it. I just tuned it down to C sharp, and it does that. It allows you to bend from here to Mordor. But it gives the guitar that Albert King timbre as well. So one of the reasons why his guitar sounded so cool is because he was tuned down like that. And then he could bend that E string from here to Cucamonga, wherever Cucamonga might be, ladies and gentlemen. So if I'm doing like a, let's do it like a, so good and chunky. Can you dig it? Yeah, for the Albert King. You dig it? Down to doggone C sharp, but it sounds good on this guitar. Now, if I go in that middle position and I go up on the tone control here, and I press that button in for just a little more heat. So I've got some, if I pop on this, it goes out of phase, and I'd like a little bit more meat. I press that button in to get the second voice. It's got a little bit more gumption to it. And I get that out of phasing. Ah! Good, clean fun. Can you dig it? Ba-diddle-diddle-doo. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in today. We had some fun. We had the Thinline custom shop guitar that I played at first for the first good 40 minutes or so. And then I played a couple of these, iterations of my signature guitars from Reverend, which are available at Wildwood. There is a link to both the custom shop guitar and to the Reverend page at Wildwood, so you can see what's all available if you should so desire. That's hard. Is there any talk of a Reverend issuing a Gristle 90 without the Bigsby? Yes, Kyle, but not probably until 2023, to be honest with you. At some point in time. And Jam Live says, when will we see the Koch Marshall Turner Quartet? Oh, one never knows what might transpire in the future or in the pasture. Can you dig it? Anyways, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't be afraid to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you would wish. Both Wildwood's channel and my channel. That would be fantastic. And we thank you for tuning in, as always, and we'll see you soon. There will be a rerun, not a rerun, but a recorded iteration on Thursday, because I'm going down to Dallas. So I'm going to record a little sesh tomorrow, I reckon, and pop that on the restream, and then we'll load it up. So I won't be able to answer your questions in real time, but I will play a delicious new instrument. Can you dig it? And of course, this live stream will live on if you want to see the beginning of it. If you haven't, if you're just tuning in, it'll live on, of course, on YouTube and on Facebook. So there you have it. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you later.